Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Sumter, and today I will be talking about why eating healthy isn't just a choice, but it's actually influenced by how much money you make. And you might be asking yourself, in what ways could where you live or how much money you make influence how good you eat? Now, I want to set the scene. Imagine you're just coming home from work, it's pretty late, and you're pretty hungry, but you only have maybe $15 or $20 to eat. Now, in this situation, what you get to eat depends on where you currently are. Now, if you live in a city, in an urban area, and you work in a city, in an urban area, most likely you will be surrounded in an area full of different types of foods, no matter what it could be. It could be organic, it could be completely healthy, it could be a vast amount of fresh vegetables and protein and other healthy, affordable options. Now, if your closest options in said area are a fast food drive-thru like McDonald's, Wendy's, a gas station, or even a corner store, you're experiencing that same type of hunger, but different choices because these options are less healthy. And sociology tells us that this difference doesn't lie within just willpower. It's about income and the geography of where you are. A key concept within sociology is a term that they refer to as a food desert, in which a food desert is where people have extremely limited access to affordable and nutritious food, especially foods like fresh vegetables and fruits like apples and broccoli, things you can get from like an organic farm or just a farm in general. A peer-reviewed study by Buliak, Christensen, and Cummins reviewed decades full of research that discovered how low-income neighborhoods consistently displayed to have fewer supermarkets and more fast food outlets than higher income areas. With that right away, it lets us know how crazily abrupt the idea of lower income neighborhoods have the ability to just be around McDonald's and Wendy's and the Burger Kings and maybe even a Chipotle, even though it's typically viewed as a healthier option. And that completely unequal. But to me, income affects more than just what's nearby. To me, it also shapes what people can actually afford. Like things like fresh produce and options, lean meats, things that aren't highly processed with calorie-dense foods. Those type of foods are the foods that we as humans should be consuming. And I feel as though everyone should have access to these healthier options, no matter what type of budget or lifestyle you may live. Because even if you may be poor, even if you're lacking in terms of money, you should still be able to find a good, decent meal that will allow you to live a long, healthy life. And in that same light, in terms of financial ability, transportation is another issue. Not having a car or access to public transportation strictly prohibits you from being able to go out and find these foods, because in the same light, people who live in neighborhoods with a slew of McDonald's and Burger Kings, these same people may not have access to be able to go and find healthier food options. And even if they do, if people take the bus or even the MTA or the T, you have to carry all of that heavy food and produce, unless you have a shopping cart, back. And who knows how far you're going, 20, 30, 40 minutes. It's a lot of time and energy just to make sure you have healthy food, in which most cases people probably would not make that option. And I feel that fast food chains are also an issue. I know I keep speaking about McDonald's and the Wendy's and the Burger Kings, but they are affordable and very accessible and profitable in these areas. But that cycle is the catalyst and also a problem of why this almost geography of inequality is normalized. Because once again, where you live influences what choices you have. And I feel as though as people, we should become more realistic into the ideas of where we live. And these choices shaped by structure should be eliminated. And all neighborhoods should have clean access to affordable, healthy meals.